So hello guys, this is Rasul, Faculty of History. Come back, we are doing the series of video lectures on AP History, so which is going to be held on 23rd of February. So as part of AP History previous year questions, at the same time, like conceptual based questions we were doing. So as far as AP History is concerned, which has got 75 marks. So this is the first unit, you call it, the first unit. Well, first unit lo bhanga, how we have demarcated the syllabus, that is totally 5 chapters: prehistoric sources, prehistoric cultures, pre-Shatavahanas, Shatavahanas and post-Shatavahanas. When it comes to medieval lo bhanga, we further demarcated into 6 chapters: Vengi Chalukyans, followed by regional dynasties, the Kakatiyas, the age of Reddy Nayakas, followed by the Vijayanagara Empire and Qutub Shahis. Now come to modern. When it comes to modern, so when you go through syllabus, you come across the 3rd unit, 4th unit and 5th unit. So the 3 units, modern Indian, Andhra history, so demarcated into 6 chapters. For our convenience, at the same time, in terms of chronology, the entire topics of modern Andhra Desha, modern AP history got classified into 6 chapters. The first chapter, Advent of the Europeans. When you understand this particular chapter, so I would instruct the aspirants, do read this particular chapter with the background of Indian history, the same chapter which we have as part of modern Indian history, Advent of the Europeans. Right? So we found questions based on Indian history background into AP history. Right? So first chapter, Advent of the Europeans. Second chapter, anti-zamindari movements. The third chapter, socio-religious reformation movements. And the fourth chapter, national movement in Andhra Desha. The fifth chapter, emergence of Andhra Rashtra. Andhra state, we call it 1953, October 1st, and Andhra Pradesh, that is 1st November 1956. And the 6th chapter, the major events between 1956, the year in which, Andhra Pradesh got formed, and 2014, the year in which Andhra Pradesh divided into 2 halves, that is so Navyandhra Pradesh, you call it, and Telangana state. So 6 chapters. So from each and every chapter, we are going to have 20 to 25 questions in between. As I was telling, previous year questions, at the same time conceptual based questions. Now start with Advent of the Europeans. Right? So as far as the first question is concerned, on which of the following dates? The Portuguese sailor Vasco da Gama, one of the patent questions of competitive exams, on which of the following dates the Portuguese sailor Vasco da Gama discovered a new sea route to India? So option 1, May 17, 1489. Second option, May 17, 1488. Third option, 17th May 1498. And the fourth one, 17th June 1498. So right answer for this question. So it's a factual based question, that is 17th May 1498. It's a kind of say a fully factual based question, be good at on few facts because we found in the previous exams, right? So it was on 17th May 1498, Vasco da Gama, the Portuguese sailor, discovered sea route to western coast. He got reached on this date, 17th May 1498, to Calicut, when the ruler of when Calicut was ruling by Malayali kingdom called, and the ruler of Calicut happened to be Zamorin. Right? So the entire stuff you might have learned as as part of Indian history. Right? The second question, identify the correct sequence of the scale of the following European merchants who came to India for trade purpose, that is Advent of the Europeans lo bhanga. So arrange them into chronological order. Right? So this particular question related to Indian history, with the background of Indian history, you have to learn say the AP history. Right? So option A, Portuguese, Dutch, British, Danes and French. Option B, Portuguese, Dutch, British, French and Danes. And option C, Portuguese, British, Dutch, Danes and French. And option D, Portuguese, Dutch, Danes, British and French. So we call it Portuguese East India Company, Dutch East India Company, English East India Company, Danish East India Company and French East India Company. So right answer option A, Portuguese, Dutch, British, Danes and French. The third question, this particular question related to AP history. Arrange the arrival of European traders in Andhra Desha in proper chronological order. So మనం ఇందాక మనం ఇందాక ఏపీ మనం ఇందాక సో ఇండియన్ హిస్టరీలో భాగంగా క్వశ్చన్ను డిస్కస్ చేసాం. దట్ ఈస్ లైక్ అరైవల్ ఆఫ్ యూరోపియన్ కంపెనీస్. when it comes to say this particular question related to Andhra Desha, advent of Europeans to Andhra Desha. So British, Dutch, French, Portuguese అన్నప్పుడు British, Dutch, French, Portuguese అన్నప్పుడు the right answer for this question option A 2, 1, 3 and 4. The first Dutch East India Company, followed by English East India Company, followed by that is like say French East India Company, and finally Portuguese East India Company. 2, 1, 3, 4. In fact, focus on when Dutch East India Company landed on eastern coast, to be specific, Andhra coast rulers. When English East India Company landed on eastern coast, to be specific, Andhra coast rulers, apply the same towards French and Portuguese. The right answer for third question option A 2, 1, 3, 4. Fourth question, the English East India Company came to India for the first time on a ship called Dragon. Once again, factual based question, Dragon, and set up a colony at Surat. A second statement, English East India Company came to the east coast for the first time on a ship called Globe and set up a colony at Mcq'S. And let me tell you the right answer for fourth question option 3. Both these statements are correct, right? So it was in 1608, English East India Company established her first settlement on Indian soil at a place called Surat by taking permission from Mughals, especially Jahangir. Apply the same towards on regional the context, that is AP context or Andhra context. When Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah, మనం లాస్ట్ క్లాసెస్లో వీడియోస్లో భాగంగా మనం అక్కడ డిస్కస్ చేసాం, కుతుబ్ షాహీస్ అనే వీడియోస్ డిస్కస్ చేసాం, ఈవెన్ అక్కడ రెఫర్ చేసాం ఇన్ విచ్ సర్కమ్స్టాన్సెస్ సే ఇంగ్లీష్ ఈస్ట్ కంపెనీ ల్యాండెడ్ ఆన్ ఆంధ్రా సాయిల్ అండ్ వాట్ వాజ్ ద కండిషన్ ఆఫ్ Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah and all right. So it was Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah was the ruler of Golconda Kingdom. So by taking this permission from Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah, English East India Company under the guidance of Captain Hippon, they landed on Machilipatnam at a ship called Globe. So right answer for this question option 4. Option 3. Both the statements are correct. The fifth one, arranged in chronological order in the areas of Andhra conquered by English East India Company. So fifth question, the first, that is Northern Sarkars, followed by Guntur region. So D, B, A and C. The right answer for fifth question option 3. Option 3. First, Northern Sarkars as part of Carnatic Wars. So focused be on Carnatic Wars. We found totally 3 Carnatic Wars. So Carnatic Wars lo bhanga Northern Sarkars ni తీసుకోవడం జరిగింది. తర్వాత సలాబజ్జంగ్ మండలం తర్వాత మనకు ఈవెన్ గుంటూరు రీజియన్ కూడా తీసుకోవడం జరిగింది. సో ఫస్ట్ D Northern Sarkars, followed by గుంటూరు రీజియన్, followed by A సీడెడ్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్, దత్త మండలాలు అంటాం తెలుగులో, సీడెడ్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్ మనం తీసుకోవడం జరిగింది. అండ్ ఫైనలీ నెల్లూరు అండ్ చిత్తూరు. ద రైట్ ఆన్సర్ ఫర్ ఫిఫ్త్ క్వశ్చన్ ఆప్షన్ 3 D, B, A and C. Right. Sixth question, which of the following factors did not contribute to the French failure and the British victory? And let me tell you, this is conceptual based question. So option 1, British naval power. Obviously British naval power helped English East India Company to get command over other companies. Second one, neglecting French military power and preferring only business. Idi koncham aalochinchalalsi untundi, keep aside. Now come to the third one, the French company is a government company and the British company is a private company. Yes, even we found even today when we observe the public sector undertakings, PSUs ganivandi, mali say manaku private sector companies ganivandi, so we found some sort of defects in government sector undertakings. So the French company happened to be government organization, thereby we found some defects. Now English East India Company is a private organization, thereby so there were so many advantages. Definitely this particular element helped English East India Company to get command over. And the fourth one, Bengal coming under British control. Yes, so Bengal became a kind of Kamadhenu for English East India Company. So by waging 2 wars, battles you call them, that is Plassey and Buxar, by waging 2 battles, entire Bengal came under the control of English East India Company, and Bengal became, as I was telling, Kamadhenu. Bengal started sponsoring English East India Company to go further conquest and all. So what was the option left with annappudu? Option 2. So neglecting French military power and preferring only business. So the right answer for 6th question, option 2. 7th one, identify the correct pairs from the following. On one hand, names of the land tenure systems, on the other hand, the regions from where these systems prevailed annappudu. So manaku correct pairs annappudu Mahalwari system, Northern Sarkars, Raitwari system, ceded districts, Zamindari system, Nellore and Chittoor annappudu. Raitwari system, ceded district, Thomas Munro. So 2 only. So Mahalwari system where we found Nellore and Chittoor. When it comes to Zamindari system, నార్థరన్ సర్కార్స్. ఎందుకంటే మనకు కోస్టల్లో అంటే నార్థరన్ సర్కార్ కోస్టల్లో ఆల్రెడీ జమీందార్స్ ఉన్నారు కాబట్టి ఇంగ్లీష్ ఈస్ట్ కంపెనీ కంటిన్యూడ్ జమీందారీ జమీందారీ సిస్టమ్ ఇన్ నార్థరన్ సర్కార్. వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు మనకు చివర్లో నెల్లూరు అండ్ చిత్తూరులో మనకు మహల్వారీ సిస్టమ్ని ఇంట్రొడ్యూస్ చేయడం జరిగింది. వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు థామస్ మన్రో యాజ్ ఐ వాస్ టెల్లింగ్, మళ్ళీ సీడెడ్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్ మనం తెలుగులో దత్త మండలాలు అంటాం, సీడెడ్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్లో రైత్వారీ సిస్టమ్ను ఈయన ఇంట్రొడ్యూస్ చేయడం జరిగింది. 8th question, identify the correct statements. Between 1800 to 1807, Thomas Munro served as collector of the ceded districts. Correct, factual based question. Second statement, between 1820 to 1827, Thomas Munro served as a governor of Bombay Presidency. Let me tell you, he never served as a governor of Bombay Presidency. The right answer for 8th question, option A. That is only one correct. 9th one, identify the place where Thomas Munro died of cholera. It's one of the previous questions of group 2 manaku APPSC group 2 exam previous papers meer chusinatleyte at least a couple of times this question we found. So the place where Thomas Munro died of cholera annappudu Pattikonda, which comes in Kurnool district of Andhra Pradesh, right? Pattikonda, right? Out of love and affection, the people of Pattikonda ante manaku even today say the people of Pattikonda, they revered Thomas Munro, I won't say God, but a lot of respect towards the gentleman. So the people even today, they take name of Thomas Munro. That is manamu when you observe Munro Lappa, Munro Lamma, Munro Lappa, Munro Lamma. What is it indicates? They had a lot of respect towards Thomas Munro. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళ జీవితాలను బాగు చేశాడు అనే దాని మీద మనం ఫోకస్ చేయాలి. రైట్ ఆన్సర్ ఫర్ 9th క్వశ్చన్, ఆప్షన్ 2. 10th క్వశ్చన్, ఐడెంటిఫై ద కరెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఆబ్లిక్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ రిలేటెడ్ టు కల్నల్ మెకంజీ. Incorrect statement. Identify the incorrect statement. So first statement, he collected Vemana poems and translated them into English language. Manam last videos lo bhanga so manaku ఈ క్వశ్చన్ రావడం జరిగింది. సెకండ్ క్వశ్చన్ సెకండ్ స్టేట్మెంట్, హీ కలెక్టెడ్ కైఫియట్స్, సో నాట్ కుఫియట్స్, ఇట్స్ కైఫియట్స్, కైఫియత్లు అంటాం తెలుగులో, కైఫియట్స్, and helped them in writing Andhra Charita. And third one, he discovered historical remains near Amaravati Stupa and Hampi. He served the first Surveyor General of India. So 4th, 3rd and 2nd, all the statements are correct. When it comes to first statement is incorrect, because the first statement is incorrect. It was Vemana poems were not, let us understand this way, Vemana poems were not collected, preserved, translated by Colonel Mcq'S. It was not Mcq'S, you call it, the first statement is incorrect. So right answer for 10th one, option 1. 11th one, identify the incorrect pair among the following with respect to handicraft industries in Andhra Pradesh, right? So Dharmavaram, everyone knows Dharmavaram, Anantapur district of Andhra Pradesh. Dharmavaram is known for silk textiles. Even Hindupur ganivandi manaku I'm sorry, Dharmavaram, which comes in manaku Anantapur district. మనం హిందూపూర్ కూడా మనకు అనంతపూర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ వస్తుంది. ఏలూరు ఇస్ నోన్ ఫర్ పర్షియన్ కార్పెట్స్. ఎమ్మిగనూరు వన్స్ అగైన్ కర్నూలు డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, ఫేమస్ ఫర్ బ్లాంకెట్స్. అండ్ పెద్దాపురం కాటన్ లుంగీస్. ఇట్స్ అన్ ఇన్కరెక్ట్, రైట్? అంటే ఈ ఫేమస్ కమాడిటీస్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో, లేకుంటే ఫేమస్ క్యూజిన్స్ కూడా ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో వాటి మీద కూడా ఫోకస్ చేయండి, బికాస్ వీ ఫౌండ్ 1 or 2 questions ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ఏరియా, రైట్? 12th one, identify which of the following is incorrect with respect to Christian missionaries. This particular question is related to the concept based question, right? First option, they provoked unrest with conversions. Second statement, the second option, they propagated Indian culture. Obviously incorrect. Christian missionaries, they focused on propagation of Christianity, and Christian missionaries also created unrest through conversions. And the third one, they worked for the spread of modern education. This is one of the positive elements, you call it, and they fought against social evils is another positive element. So right answer for 12th question, option 2. 13th one, identify which of the following is correct about subsidiary alliance, conceptual based question. First statement, the English take on the responsibility of protecting the states that accepted this method. The cost of the army, the second statement, the cost of the army for the protection was borne by the English. The third one, the foreigners should not enter the kingdom without the permission of the English. The fourth one, a resident officer will be appointed to oversee defense and foreign affairs. So the question is on identify which of the following is correct about the subsidiary alliance. So first statement is correct, second statement is also correct, and the third statement is also correct, and the fourth one is also correct. So 1, 3 and 4, second statement is incorrect. The cost of the army for the protection of the signatory state to be borne not from the English but the signatory state. Ante ఎవరైతే సైన్య సహకార విధానం మీద సైన్ చేశారో, the state which signs on subsidiary alliance, we call it signatory state. The signatory state shall borne the cost. So right answer for 13th question, option C, 1, 3 and 4. 14th one, identify the correct one in the following statements. First statement, this particular question related to Carnatic wars. First statement, the first Carnatic war was part of the 7 Years' War. Second statement, the third Carnatic war was part of the Austrian War of Succession. Exactly opposite. Both the statements are incorrect. The first Carnatic War was part of the Austrian War of Succession. The third Carnatic War was part of 7 Years' War. Totally, we found 3 Carnatic Wars. First Carnatic War, second and third Carnatic Wars. First Carnatic War associated with European, what we call European conflicts. The second Carnatic War associated with native wars of successions. The third Carnatic War associated with American conflicts. Right answer for 14th question, both these statements are incorrect. 15th one, he played a key role in negotiating a treaty between, it's a previous question of general studies, APPSC previous question. He played a key role in negotiating a treaty between Nizam Ali Khan and Nizam Ali Khan, one of the rulers of Asaf Jahi dynasty, and the English on the northern Sarkar region. Identify the person who played crucial role. Annappudu it was Kandregula Jogi Pantulu. Was a Dubasi translator antam, right? And he became very close to English government, English East India Company, and he was given so many privileges when he played crucial role getting northern Sarkars to English and all, right. 16th one, who was the British officer who suppressed the Palegards in Rayalaseema? It's a direct question, Thomas Munro, right? And few might have watched a movie called Saira. 17th one, in which of the following land tenure systems cultivators don't have ownership rights over the land? Once again, it's a conceptual based question. Zamindari system, Raitwari system, village system, Gramavari Paddhati antam manam Telugulo, Mahalwari system annappudu Zamindari system. Manaku Raitwari system lo, tarvata village system lo Mahalwari system lo కొన్ని areas lo manaku peasants have got ownership rights over the land, but not Zamindari system. In Zamindari system, Zamindars generally get ownership rights over the land. 18th question, the man who provided food to the people during the worst famine, manam Telugulo Dokkala Karuvu antam, right? Worst famine, and became popularly known as Apara Karna. Who is the gentleman annappudu? It was Buddha Vengal Reddy. So Kurnool region sambandhinchiనటువంటి one of the Palegards you call it, or one of the landlords you call it, Buddha Vengal Reddy. So he donated the entire wealth and grains to the people who are reeling under famine conditions, and he was praised by his own people as Apara Karna. 19th one, which of the following is not as part of ceded districts? మనం తెలుగులో ceded district ను దత్త మండలాలు అంటాం. As part of subsidiary alliance సైన్య సహకార విధానం అంటాం. It was in 1798 Hyderabad Nizam by name Nizam Ali Khan signed on subsidiary alliance. So when he supposed to give money to the English East India Company, like an English East India Company say offered either the money can be paid in the form of the liquid or in the form of territories annappudu. So the gentleman Nizam Ali Khan ceded the respective territories, that is Kadapa followed by Anantapur followed by Ballari. Mali ee three మనం even including Kurnool undi manaku, Kurnool, Kadapa, Anantapur, Ballari. So not Chittoor. The right answer for the 19th question happened to be Chittoor. So ceded, ఇచ్చివేయడము, ceded district, దత్త మండలాలు అంటాం, right? And once again previous question, ఇవన్నీ కూడా previous questions అన్న, factual based questions, previous questions. మళ్ళీ దత్త మండలాలను by whom ceded districts were renamed as రాయలసీమ అన్నప్పుడు గాడిచర్ల హరిసర్వోత్తమరావు, one of the famous Congress leaders from Rayalaseema region, to be specific Kurnool, Gadicharla Harisarvottamarav, by whom ceded districts were renamed as Rayalaseema annappudu Gadicharla Harisarvottamarav. It was in 1920s and all right. And finally, what are Mcq'S minutes related to annappudu? What are Mcq'S minutes related to? Ante Mcq'S minutes related to annappudu famine related aspects, health aspects, educational aspects and agricultural aspects annadu. So Mcq'S minutes anedi manaku related to educational aspects. అంటే మనకు ఫ్యాక్చువల్ బేస్డ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, అట్ ద సేమ్ టైమ్ కాన్సెప్చువల్ బేస్డ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సో దిస్ ఆర్ ది ఇంపార్టెంట్ ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ క్వశ్చన్స్, అట్ ద సేమ్ టైమ్ కాన్సెప్చువల్ బేస్డ్ క్వశ్చన్స్. ఫస్ట్ చాప్టర్ ఆఫ్ మోడర్న్ ఆంధ్రదేశ, first chapter of modern Andhra Desha, that is advent of the Europeans. Now with this we'll have a pause. In the next video we are going to learn important questions or the previous questions and conceptual based questions from a second chapter of modern Andhra Desha, that is anti zamindari movements. Thank you.